Hello, hello! How you guys doing? I like the intro. Remembering old times. Yeah, something's going on. So it seems that I am live, but you're not live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, something is weird here. But anyhow, so how are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are doing amazing. Beautiful Friday. Beautiful Fridays, yeah. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Finally, weekend.
Friday.
And your body knows it.
Yeah. I hope that you guys are smiling, that you are happy, and yeah.
Enjoying life. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome everyone. Happy Friday. So Isiam, you see, today we have another law of Hermes. Well, are you playing with the music? Isiam in the house is no? Someone else is playing with the music?
Let me put it back. Let me see what's happening. No, there it is. Yeah, there was a glitch, maybe.
It was a glitch, or maybe we have a DJ in the house. Is the DJ Phantom? The DJ Phantom is playing with us. Yeah. So how are you doing, Isiam? I guess
I'm doing great. Great. You are very happy today.
I am very happy today. I like to say I like to celebrate life, right? Not only in our birthdays and so on, but you have to celebrate life. Like if you are being able to be alive today, what an amazing opportunity, right? So we don't know if tomorrow is going to be our last time, or we're not going to be here tomorrow. So might as well enjoy the day as it was your last day. Okay. So hello everyone. I see that there's a lot of people joining in. Welcome from all the platforms that we are broadcasting, and very welcome to our beautiful space of reflection and awakening. I like that part. Wow. That's what we all want, to be awakened. Yes. And that's what we really want for you. So today we're going to delve into a fascinating concept that has captured the attention of philosophers, scientists, and thinkers through history. And today we're going to discover the law of polarity. That's right. So we will explore how this law manifests in our lives, in our relationships, and in the entire world. Pinky, it's time to conquer the world. And we are going to learn the balance of these opposite forces, okay? And I'm not talking about Star Wars. The forces to find harmony and growth. So welcome, Isiam.
Yeah, so buckle up for a journey of discovery as we explore the law of polarity and its profound implications on our existence. So this law tells us everything has its pair of opposites. Everything is dual. Like and unlike are the same. The opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree.
You see, the law of polarity may seem incomprehensible, but it is one of the fundamental laws of the universe to understand how we manage the energies, okay? We have been talking a lot about that everything is energy, and perhaps you're like, yeah, I heard you always say the same thing, right? And we're probably driving you crazy, but it's true. Even for the scientists, in the quantum realm, they discovered that everything is energy, right? So we are all energy. I hope that you can get that part clearly, okay? And all that exists is energy. So these laws are all about energy. And if you can really comprehend this part, that's where everything comes that we are one, right?
Exactly. So to create matter, we need a positive and a negative element. If we look at the physical plane, we realize that heat and cold are are the same of nature. Their difference is just merely a matter of degrees.
And not the diploma that you might have there, right, of the university. The same goes today, Siam. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I am feeling like I'm hoping that you're laughing and you're not getting like, oh my god, this guy again, right? So I'm hoping that you are having a nice smile when I'm saying all these different things. Just go with the flow, enjoy life, okay? So the same Siam goes with words like up and down, up and down, up and down, and also the poles of the same aspect, okay? This happens with east and west, light and darkness, big and small, noise and silence. I hope that you're getting the point.
One exists because the other exists. Both give meaning to each other and form a reality that goes beyond their manifestations. Our universe is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pairs of opposites. And these opposites are aspects of the same reality. They are a complementary opposites and cannot exist without each other.
That's right. It's like where there's light, there's darkness. Right,
Exactly.
Islam? It's like the yin and yang that we have behind us. That's amazing. Just as there is heat and cold, light and darkness, love and hate, good and bad, or breaking bad, everything has a dual nature. I know, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. We say there's a thing in Mexico saying that I ate paleta payaso. It is a marshmallow, almost like a marshmallow popsicle almost.
Yeah.
And it looks like a clown, right? So that means that I ate a clown.
Covered
Pretty
with
much.
chocolate.
Covered with chocolate, yeah. It's actually really good. Okay, so I'm just going somewhere else. So if you look at a thermometer, okay, there is no point where you can say it's warm different from when it's cold, okay? Heat is at the top and cold is at the bottom, okay? Unless you're living in a different world and it's the opposites, okay? Between them are all the degrees of temperature, let's say, right, Isya?
Yeah, exactly. So if the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and it starts to drop gradually, it's going to change from warm to cold. It's just a matter of degrees. And as you move through the degrees, you can find the cold. So what we are saying here that if it's hot and it starts changing gradually, it's going to change to cold.
Or vice versa.
Oh,
Right.
fine.
So similarly, we can apply this principle to emotions, okay? If you feel hatred or resentment towards someone, it's just a degree, like I'm saying, right? Or an opposite pole to love, right? So there's the love or hate. When you are feeling that resentment towards someone, you cannot experience love. Or if you're experiencing love towards someone, you cannot experience hatred or resentment. Perhaps you might love your mom and then you might resent her because of something. That's a different story, okay? So it's a feeling that you can change by moving a degree by degree, okay? It's not like just heat and cold, right? It has to move those degrees like Isiam was saying, okay? So we cannot move as an example from hatred, okay, to white, because one thing is color and another thing is hatred, right? So you can move from black to white, from hatred to love, heat and cold, and so on. I hope that you're getting the point.
Yeah, the same can be said for courage or cowardice, or introversion and extroversion. Opposite pairs exist everywhere. Wherever you find one thing, we will also find its opposite. There always comes into the two poles.
That's right. So this is very much the basis of dualities, yeah, or the Advaita, right? That they teach all these different things. So
Sure.
understanding the law of polarity involves finding a harmonious balance between opposites. Okay, this balance doesn't involve eliminating one of the poles, but rather integrating and accepting both. And Isian, before you go here, it is kind of like when you do a shadow work, okay? That I totally forgot to talk about it in Spanish. Shadow work, what that it is pretty much that not necessarily you have to, everything is good and everything is light. We're still living in this three-dimensional world, and you have to really see, as an example, okay, today I had a really bad experience, and yes, I'm becoming, the goal is to become enlightened, right? To go and to the awakening. But that doesn't mean that you might feel, angry at someone that just crossed, like cut you off in traffic or so on. So it's integrating, not like trying to avoiding that part. So it's like, yes, I'm still human. I'm in this three-dimensional world, and I can really feel those emotions. But it is how fast you can move away from those emotions that is the important thing. So go ahead, Isam.
Exactly. So this law can be applied in various aspects of daily life. For example, on this understanding that difficult times are part of life duality can help you to accept and overcome challenge with more balanced attitude. If you know
Yeah,
that you are mad, that like Rafa was saying, you know that you're mad, so you know that you can be happy also. So you gradually are going to start to change that madness into happiness.
yeah. Remember, you have the power, right?
Yeah.
It is just up to you. Like if someone cuts you off in, while you're driving, you're not gonna be mad at that person forever, right? It depends on the condition. Like you can keep going. Like, guess what, Isiam? Someone cut me off in traffic, and I'm so mad about that. And then the day after, you're gonna keep bringing it up. Then you're living in the past instead of just going, that happened, whatever. Probably that person it was late to go and pick up her daughter or whoever, and you don't know the reason why they cut you off, and then you are bringing it up and over and over and over again. Okay, so
Be
the law of
conscious.
polarity. Sorry.
Yeah, just be conscious.
Yeah, just be conscious. That's right. So once you remember, we've been saying it right all along. Once you bring something to the conscious level, then you can release it, right? You can do something about it. If you don't have it conscious and it's part of the subconscious mind, then you're going to keep repeating it over and over again. So the law of polarity also suggests that opposites can transform into each other. For example, fear can turn into courage, sadness into joy, and so on.
Exactly. Everything, as you can see, has its opposite pole, its duality. And you can, by the power of your attention, move from one pole to another, as we said. So ultimately, it's you who decides where you want to move. If you want to stay here all the time, or if you want to move to the other side.
Yeah, you see, Sian, I said, unfortunately, humans, we live immersed in a linear thinking way, right? Of the past and present and future, thinking that everything that we have lasts forever, right? So whether we are well or not, using the principle of vibration that we talked about it last week, right? Along with the principles of polarity, that this is the law that we are explaining to you today, we can understand that a situation of poverty can be changed to wealth, right? We have the power. We are creators of our own reality. A situation of hatred, Isiam, as well can be swapped for one of love and vice versa, right? It's just whatever you focus on expands.
Exactly. We live in a fear of losing what we have and don't. Deeply understand that just as we ascend, we can also descend at the same speed. There is no absolutely state. It's all of matter of degrees. No one is funny or boring. No one is good or bad. We are all beings transversing polarities. Therefore, the less we categorize ourselves, the more flexibility and freedom we will have to adapt to whatever it happens.
Whatever happens, happens, right? So, with this principle, we can be sure that any situation has within its nature the power to change as needed. So, we are beings of energy, right? Or I would like to say we are a conscious, pure consciousness, right? And perhaps this is something for another episode. And our energy ranges from the spiritual pole to material pole, right? So these two poles are the same thing. They only differ in degrees. So remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, which a lot of people would say material experience.
So, spirit symbolizes the Heavenly Father, while matter can symbolize Mother Nature. But at the end of the day, spirits and matter, there are two poles of energies. The spirit can be a subtle energy, elevated energy, and matter, advanced or condensed energy.
So within our family, in romantic relationships, in the workplace, or even with our friends,
Exactly.
we are always manifesting polarities, okay? Like we've been saying before, we are manifesting 24/7. So you have to be careful and very focused on what you're doing, what you're saying, right, Isiam?
Mhm.
So, um, so if we're manifesting these polarities that need to be balanced, okay, in a process that we call homeostasis, okay? This refers to the self-regulation that seeks to maintain an organism. So pretty much that it can maintain an organism. So in this sense, our stance influences and determines that of others. I hope
Yeah,
I was clear.
for example, your degree of submission will influence the degree of dominance and those around you. So your degree of responsibility can influence the irresponsibility of others. So seek the balance. Don't identify with any other extreme poles, but look for the middle ground between them. Avoid excess and defects, euphoria or depression. Stay focused in the middle.
That's right. That's why I'm going like this, like be focused. You see, I got it. Good, good. Like be focused. No, I'm not saying like thank you. I'm just like be focused, right? So it's kind of like when they go like this, like they're watching you, like you're, like because that comes from like they're watching you, but they're like that person is being focusing on what you're doing, right? So that's that part.
Yeah.
So if we consider our polarities as if we consider our polarities as incompatible, we'll believe that we cannot simultaneously achieve the objectives that each other or each of these poles aims for, okay? So what I'm trying to say, I'm going to give you an example. I was going to say example. Example. You can maintain weight and eat sweets, okay? Remember, this is just a programming. These are the beliefs that we've been talking about, right? So, like, if you have that idea, like, I cannot maintain the weight and eat sweets at the same time, right? Or it is impossible to be a good father and a good professional because I don't have time or whatever, right? At the same time, so there are not, for example, there are not honest politicians, and that's just another belief, right, Isya? Do you want to
Exactly.
collaborate a little bit with this?
Exactly. We just judge them as truths and therefore they exclude each other. But these are beliefs, as you are saying, and such, we can modify and integrate both possibilities. So change your perception. Don't be swayed by appearance or value judgments. Learn to see the positive side of things and to find good in bad. Remember that everything is relative and depends on the point of view that you adopt.
So, revising our perceptions of the polarities that we often label as negative and relegate to the shadow gives us the opportunity to recognize their values aspects and learn from them. That's what I was saying, right? The shadow work.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
like, if you see, okay, yes, I see that part, and let's integrate that part. I am okay with that part, right? Like I can become angry at sometimes, right? And it's fine. It's just recognizing and being okay with it. So precisely, it's through our polarities, Isiam, that we can recognize the state of consciousness that we project into the world. Okay, if we recognize what we perceive as opposites, we can integrate the characteristics of that polarity and thus transcend them. So pretty much what I was trying to say.
So transmute your energy. Use the power of your mind and will to transfer the negative situation into a positive one. Apply the alchemistic principle that says that belief can be turned into God. Use your creativity, your humor, your compassion, your love to change your reality.
Yeah, use your humor like I do. Right? Of course. What do you prefer? Laugh and make jokes here and there? Or like be like, oh my God, what are they gonna think about me? Right? Just enjoy your life, be yourself. And remember that everything in this universe has its complementary opposite. Okay?
Opposite.
Like me and Isian, we're opposite. Ah, no. No, we're very similar. Like a lot of people used to say, "Are you guys twins?" We're not. There's like 2 years difference, right, Sam?
Four, actually. But thank you.
Four? Okay, well, four. To me, it's like two. You know, you should have said yes, of course. Go with the flow. So, well, what I was saying is that these opposites coexist in a relationship of independence and balance. So, understanding this Laoisium can help us to find harmony and acceptance in the life of the dualities.
Exactly. And remember that the path of enlightenment lies in the middle point between the all opposites. So you just decide where you want to go.
The very low point. That's right. So thank you guys for being here with us. If you like this, please share with everyone. If you didn't like it, don't do anything.
Don't tell
Don't tell
anybody.
anyone. Yeah, don't tell anyone. But I hope that we are helping you to understand all of this. That's our goal. So a lot of people can start becoming awakened to all of this. So the more you can understand these principles, then the better life you can have, right? So the more people we can touch, the better for us and for the world. So please share, like, subscribe, and all those things that social media has there. And yeah, we'll see you next week with the next law.
So see you next week. And thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the day and weekend.
The weekend.
See you.
Enjoy life.